Now no dene. Yembongra video.
And sometimes God's general is being persecuted not because of Christ, it's because of his utterances.
Okay.
He behaves like John the Baptist. He must check his utterances because John the Baptist thought he can say anything. He was unalive. There were places Jesus escaped. There are things they asked Jesus, he never answered. Jesus was taken to court. They asked, "Are you the king of the Jews?" He said, "Have I said anything? You said it." So sometimes, yes, I've been a pastor before. Yes, sometimes, so God's general, sometimes you suffer persecution, not because sometimes you are on point, but your presentation becomes offensive. Me, what I'm doing in Ghana here is one of the most dangerous things ever. But because of my presentation, I have friends who are Muslims because I make sure, even when I'm hitting on the head of the nail, I know how to go about it for it because there are things, especially sexuality, religion, politics, and tribe. When we are talking about these things and you are not careful, you will create unnecessary enemies for yourself. No Muslim is telling anybody not to talk about Islam. Have you ever seen Muslims don't talk? No. But we have a way of presenting it that it will become offensive. There are Bible verses that I can quote, and out of my own, I can insult Jesus. But sometimes you have to polish it because you are dealing with your brother who has emotions. You get my point? Yeah, so that's the lesson that I can add.
A few moments later.
I continue to say this, and I'll continue to say it, that I will forever remain the greatest nightmare of Islam. And I'll remain the greatest nightmare of common sense family, including Avraham Ben Moshe. Avraham is the greatest coward, hypocrite person that I have come across in my life. You sit here, you want to educate me on how to speak when it comes to ministry. Didn't we see you when we were insulting God? You will see how the comment section will react when they are premiering it. You want to tell me that the way I react towards issues is the reason I get myself in trouble? Kwame Nkrumah, go and read his history. What did he do to go to prison? Patrice Lumumba, when they killed them, go and read all the history of the activists, Malcolm X and Martin Luther the King. Go and read their history, what they did and they were killed. When I tell you humble yourself and learn, you don't want to humble yourself. You are here telling the public that the way I handle people, that's the way I get myself in trouble. Do you know what gets me there? Do you know the evil those pastors do? Stealing from the poor. Lying in the name of Christ and duping the poor. And I come out and I speak against injustice. You are sitting here telling the public that the way I approach issue. You think when people go to church and they are thinking of God blessing them, and the man of God is a criminal and a liar. Do you know the consequences of those actions? Who in this room will sit here when lions enter the room? Will sit here calm. And you tell them I will be here making unnecessary claims that shouting doesn't make knowledge. If you tell them I have knowledge, the Bible says lack of knowledge, my people perish. He doesn't even have knowledge to perish. Because why he has placed himself, he's following a man who married a child. So how can his knowledge function well? You should understand that in this world we have two things. It's either you are black or white. It's either you are full or wise. It's either you are short or tall. It's either you speak calmly or you speak loudly. And my loudness doesn't come from my nature. Like that is how I am. That I talk loud. I am a calm person, but when I am into something that can transform people's life, the passion for the truth, lift my voice up. That doesn't mean I don't have knowledge. So when you guys keep hiding behind this thing, I can do it better. I'll remain your nightmare. You guys are kissing my presence. You tremble in my presence. Or you don't see your faces, how you are panicking. Abraham is sitting here telling me that I should give him an evidence where Muslims attack people, that they shouldn't speak about Muhammad. You have lost your office. When you started this common sense family, I saw you. And I thought you were fighting for something that time. But you have lost your passion and your sense of judgment, but you still remain common sense leader. I don't know who you are leading. You are insulting God, insulting Jesus. So you have all this brain, and you didn't use it that time when you were insulting Jesus. Today you are standing with Muhammad, telling me that somebody can become a Muslim and become a good person. What is good in marrying a child? Abu Bakr was crying and was screaming more than me when Muhammad was taking his daughter to his house. In Sayyid Buhari 5081, read for me. They said I don't quote verses today, you people will cry today. I write almost 50 verses here. Me, I demystify scriptures. That's why you don't see me most often quoting them. They are here. When you want to go that time, I can do it better than you guys. He does it. They set stupid agenda. Then the foolish ones who follow under the comment section that he didn't quote any verse, and then he's shouting. Yes, I will shout, because when Muhammad comes to your country, according to Buhari 3,167, he is coming to fight you. Sell your property to him. I will not be calm and allow somebody to come and take my land and destroy the country. So I will shout. You have not even seen anything yet. Today I'm even calm for you guys. Read for me.
Mr. Rosa Obechrawabi, oh, comment section. I say, video ya we. Why didn't you say? I'm a review like video. Now I comment it. Now I share a damn winner. I'm going to catch us to data when seeing feed.com. I open out to data everything about them. I try 5 to 20 minutes. Now I'm second with data. A bonus at the phone. Mom, when you vendors, so more queen as a meeting be agent. Now, so, Kakana, that's no, Musu me, at the end of the day, no, Musu check him off. And you catch us to data when seeing feed.com. Macram.